Hi, second grade artists, and welcome back. If you're new to Christie, I'm excited to be your art teacher. So, my name is Mr. Boatfield. Some of you probably already know me already, but we might have some new faces, so I wanted to reintroduce myself. I teach art here at Christie Elementary. This year we have a lot of fun projects coming up, and we're going to do some fun art today. By the way, I'm almost done cooking your germ projects. If you weren't here to make one or you don't have one, that's totally okay. I will help you out when the time comes. Don't worry about this today. I'm just letting you know that these are currently being fired in the kiln. I have a few more, and then we're going to start painting them. Before we can move on to painting the germs, we have to finish our snowscape aurora borealis thing that we're doing. And then hopefully next time we'll start painting our germs, which I'm really excited about, but we gotta finish this first. I also need to go over expectations since we've been over break. So here is my room at Christie. You can see my name right there, Mr. Boatfield. And this is the art room, of course. Office is over here. If you ever need to use the restroom or get a drink of water, that will be right over here. And when you line up, we always line up in one straight line right here, or if you're coming from this direction, we line up right here. The interesting thing about my room is that there are green arrows that go all the way around. I do expect these to be followed. The reason is just like a little city. You have to make sure people are going the right way, otherwise they're gonna bump into each other. Now, everyone's gonna have a brand new seat. If you're new to Christie, I'll tell you where you sit. When you enter, please walk in quietly. Please make sure you follow the green arrows, pick up any supplies that might be on the green counter, and then find your seat. Okay, let's talk about the art classroom. Some of this information you probably already know. Either way, we're gonna go over it one more time. Most of your supplies should be on this counter when you come in. Sometimes I put materials on the middle table, and the middle table has changed a little bit, so I'm gonna talk to you about that too. Over here I have some books. You're always welcome to choose a book after you're done with the project and read a little bit. We have iPads. Today we're not going to be using the iPads. Unfortunately, one of our second grade classes lost iPads for everyone in second grade. We'll have to earn those back. We'll talk about that in a moment. We have free draw down here, or we have marker and eraser boards. I'll show you how to use those in a moment. Blocks, cubes, and then very soon, if we can earn it, we might have some extra Play-Doh that we can put here as an extra activity. If you ever want to send me something, I have this little mailbox. Just make sure that you put it inside, close it, and put the flag up so I know something's in there. Over here's the board. I have our learning goals. I try to put some art up here and change it out every now and then. This is where I keep supplies for each class. And then here are the sinks. I have two of them, but as you can see by the sign, these sinks are not for hand washing. The reason is that these are some of the oldest sinks in the school, and sometimes I notice that the water can be a little bit dirty. I prefer that you wash your hands outside, and plus these sinks can make a huge mess. So just don't use them unless it's for filling up a water cup for painting or something. In order for us to have fun in the art room, I need to make sure that everyone understands my expectations. Our expectations need to be followed to keep us safe and to also make art fun. So let's go over those right now. Okay, so in class we do a few different hand signals. If you have a question, just raise your hand. If you need to use the restroom, give me a peace sign all twisted up. If you need water, give me a W, so 3 fingers for water. Here is my champs board. These never change, so make sure that you're looking at this. When we enter the classroom, it's voice level 0. During instructions, which is the video, voice level 0. However, your independent work, I do want you to talk. I want you to talk at a voice level 1 or 2. You can read the rest of this on your own, but the most important thing is that make sure you are listening when it's time to listen. This is Mr. Boatfield's classroom expectations. I only have 4 of them. You need to aim. That means do your best and do what is right. So just try your best in this class and you'll always do well. Please respect each other. Please be kind to not just me, but each other and also our classroom materials. I want you to trust me that I know what I'm doing, and I also know that you are amazing artists, and I'm gonna try to help you achieve that. And then seek. Whenever you need help, whenever you have a question, remember, you don't just have me as a teacher. Maybe your next door neighbor knows the answer. So I want you to seek help when you need it. Please don't give up on any projects. Sometimes they're hard, but oftentimes the harder projects are where we learn the most. In the art room, we're going to be using a lot of different supplies. Here are some of the main ones. We don't use these every day, but you probably will use these from time to time. We have crayons. Underneath the crayons is where I put the sharpen eraser cup. We use that for sharpening pencils. We're probably not going to use pencils today. Crayons always need to be closed. I have the markers on this side. Notice that the cap is always facing up. If I put it like this, I don't know what color that marker is, nor do I know if it has a cap or not. So always make sure you put the cap on tight and make sure it's facing the ceiling. I try to put 2 glue, 2 scissors. If you could do me a favor right now, check your glue. Your glue should have a number on it. This one says table 10. Make sure it matches the table here. That means someone got it wrong. Someone put the table 10 glue in table 13, so I'm gonna have to switch that out. Go ahead and check your glue and give me a thumbs up. All right, hopefully you gave me a thumbs up to show me that you're ready. Now, when we dismiss class, so at the very end, I usually call either by table color, so this one would be blue, or table number. So your table number is written on the table, or it's on the bin. So this is table 13, otherwise you could call it team 13. When I call your table, you push in your chair. At the very end of class, we always stack our chair. When we practice this, you don't need to stack it, but at the very end, you'll stack them. I usually choose 2 people to stack chairs at the very end of class when we're all lined up, and then you follow the green arrows to this black box. Try to find this black box with your eyes and point at it with 1 finger. All right, you should be pointing somewhere up here on the floor. When exiting, make sure you're listening for your table color or number. Follow the green arrows, and then you're going to arrive on the black box. Go all the way to the front. We're going to make a line. So everyone behind you is going to line up behind you, and then you're facing forward, ready for exit. Let's see if we can practice this now. Now remember, second grade's trying to earn their iPads back. So let's see how this class can do following the green arrows to the black box. So just in case you weren't here or you need to catch up today, if you weren't here, I'm going to give you this starry piece of black paper. Last time what my class did was they ripped up some paper, put it on top, and then we added the little sparkle, dazzling galaxy effect. I'm just going to show you an easier way to do it. That way you can catch up and do the Aurora Borealis today. Like I said, if you're new to Christy, welcome. You're going to speed this process up by tearing the top of your pieces of paper, just the top, from side to side. Doesn't matter if it's crazy or not. And then I will have some glue sticks on the middle table for you to use. So that is the Team 7. You'll find the glue sticks. And then you are just going to outline the sides of the piece of paper with the glue stick. You can go fast, no need to go slow. And then you're gonna place it corner to corner until they touch. And then you're gonna do this on every single piece. I would start with the blue one first, then go to the light blue, and then that very last one at the very, very bottom is gonna be the white. Once you've glued all of those down, and remember, connect it to the very bottom corners, it should look something like this. Today we're gonna do the Aurora Borealis. On the middle of your table, you are sharing some chalk pastels. You're sharing with the people across from you and the person next to you. I also have a few of these stencils out. These are gonna help you create your Aurora Borealis. They're a little bit messy. And don't worry if your hands get messy today, I'm gonna show you how to clean them. You're gonna take this stencil, you can do it up, you can do it down, any way you want, or you can do both. You're gonna find colors that are very alike. So I might start with this orange. I'm gonna take my lazy hand, hold down the stencil, and do some crazy movements. Now I'm not gonna move my lazy hand. I'm just gonna use my right hand to get another color. Yellow's pretty similar to orange. Just get light colors that you think would look good next to each other. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna try this pink and see what happens. So don't lift up your hand yet. You're gonna mix them. So you're gonna go up and down. This is gonna make it look realistic and beautiful. And then once you lift up the stencil, voila! You have the Aurora Borealis. Had to blow on a little bit. But you don't have to stop there. Maybe you wanna do some upside down ones. Those look pretty cool. I like to kind of put mine really close to the other one. I'm gonna do some different colors though. I'm gonna do some greens. Let's see, what about some light blues? And maybe some dark blues. You can do as many as you want. And then don't forget to blend it out. That's what's gonna make it look real. All right, and then once you have an Aurora Borealis that you like, otherwise you can call it Northern Lights, you can put the chalk back in the middle table. Remember, you're sharing. Then you're gonna take a wet wipe and clean your hands. The wet wipes are on the middle table, and I put a new spot for them. It says wet wipes. You just open it up. Those who are new here, we use these all the time. Take one and clean your hands with it. Also, if there's any dust on your table, clean that for me. Then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get a Sharpie from the middle table. Now you're gonna take a Sharpie at the very end. Don't forget to write your name. If you forgot to write your name, you can do that today. And then you are going to do silhouette. So silhouette means it's the coloring of the inside. So let's say I wanna do a tree. I would draw the outside of the tree and then take the Sharpie and I want you to color it in. Take your time, no need to rush. The only thing I want you to keep in mind is if you want to do something in the background, make it a little bit smaller. Smaller as it goes away. That's what's going to make it look real. Here's another example for you. So I did a road, and as it goes into the distance, it gets really small, and then you can't see it anymore. If you're doing trees or something, try to make them smaller as they go in the distance. That's what's going to make it look real. You can do anything. You can do a person, you can do a tree, you can do a road, whatever you want. Just color it in and make it look like a silhouette, like it's a night scene. What I think you should do is probably fill it up. Don't be afraid to go back and do a little bit more. If you want to go back and make your colors just a little bit brighter in some areas, that's totally fine with me. Your just hands might get messy. So make it look the way you want before you turn it in. I know this will sound crazy, but I do want you to put it on the drying rack. Now you're probably thinking, Mr. Boatfield, it is not wet. Why would we put it on the drying rack? I want those new people or people who need a refresher to practice putting things on the drying rack because we do have a few more painting projects. Do we put it on the bottom or the top? I hope you said the bottom. I put these up here to trick you. So bad those people. They did not do it right. You want to put it on the bottom, and then people are going to stack theirs on top of each other. Make sure it has a name. Make sure that your glue stick is put away. Make sure that your Sharpies are put away. Your chalk can stay on the table. If you're done with the stencils and no one else needs them, if you could please put those on the middle table over here. One thing you're going to notice is that I put this big piece of black tape. I try not to put a person here, that way that y'all can have table partners, but sometimes I'll put a person here to be the classroom police officer. So this is a new thing I'm doing. If you sit here, it means you're the classroom police officer. You have to make sure all these people are putting away their stuff at the very end. So when I call tables, I need to make sure that they're all right and they did everything good. All right, when you are done, you're gonna have two options today. You could do free draw or marker and eraser boards. If you do marker and eraser boards, remember, you take one marker, you take an expo board, and then make sure you put the marker or the lid back on the marker when you're done. You can draw, write, whatever you'd like. If you want an eraser, you can use one. Otherwise, just use your hand. It'll work just fine. The other different stations are not going to be available because one class in second grade, I won't say who, has lost their privilege, and then everyone's going to lose it until that or all the second... The reason is because I want you to earn them. I want you to earn cube structures, and I want you to earn the cubes back. Also, if we can keep it up, I'm going to add the iPads, which will be another another station available. And then very soon, I'm going to buy some Play-Doh that you can use, but we're not going to earn them just yet. So I want you to show me that you're ready for more activities, finish your work, and then find a new activity. Don't forget to put it on the drying rack and put on your name. All right, guys, I know that was a long video. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.